Luz y progreso, light and progress, honor, respects. This is your host, Francisca Brujo Luis. I'm going to start off this video with saying a Spanish proverb that we say in most Latino or Spanish-speaking countries. This saying says, no hay peor brujería que el mal de ojo y las malas lenguas. Or, translated into English, there is no worse black magic than that of the evil eye and the wagging tongue. And this is what I'm going to base my video on today, on Francisca Brujo Luis. So the evil eye, or as we say in Spanish, el mal de ojo, it is also known as malocha, okay? I think it's in Italian. It is believed in all parts of the world. Every religion and every spirituality has its beliefs in the evil eye. And a lot of people think that in order to receive the curse from the evil eye, one has to be, a witch would have to give you the evil eye. This is far from truth, okay? And this is something that we teach in Spanish cultures that is very far from truth. Most people that cast the evil eye don't practice any form of malicious or black magic or anything like that, or are not even witches. Some are actually God-fearing people. In actuality, in the Bible, there's a lot of verses on the evil eye, and there's one interesting story. I think it's on Mark. I think it's Mark 11, verses 12 to 25, where there's a story that Jesus was hungry, and so he went to a fig tree, and there was no fig on this tree. So he looked at the tree and he said, from this day on, I'm going to narrate the story in my version, but from this day on, you will not bear the fruit any longer. So the following day, his disciples went to this tree, and the tree had withered and died. And right there, Jesus had cursed that tree with the evil eye. And you can read that in the Bible right there. I think it's Mark verse 11, chapter 11, verses 12 to 25. You can go check that out. So no, you don't necessarily have to be a witch or an evil person to practice or to give out el mal de ojo. So el mal de ojo can come from a stranger, it can come from a friend, it can come intentionally or without intention to give the evil eye. In fact, we are taught in Hispanic cultures that we receive the evil eye first from either a family member or someone that is part of our family or someone that cares for us. Believe it or not, many children, including myself, our first interaction with el mal de ojo was from our parent, from our mother. When we did something bad, the mother did not intentionally mean to hurt you or harm you in any way. But when you did something bad or you did something that the parent didn't agree with, of course, they gave you that look, which right there, they're sending that energy and they're pointing at you, and then I'm going to get you when I get home. So right there, not intentionally, what they're doing is casting the evil eye on their children. Again, you will see a lot of parents who will say, you will amount to nothing. You're nothing. So what they're doing is from the energy of the eye and the spoken word and then pointing, you're lazy. You will not amount to nothing. You will be nothing in life. What they're doing is casting the evil eye even on their children. So there are many symptoms that we should look out for when we believe we have the evil eye. I'm not going to mention them all, and if I forget any, I will post them, I'll write them down. Sometimes you will feel anxiety. Out of the blue, there's no reason, you feel anxious. You can feel depressed. Out of the blue, it just is some form of depression. Sometimes you can feel coheadaches, usually right here, or usually in the back of the head. You will feel this headachy feeling. You could be around a person and all of a sudden you feel it's like a psychic vampire, like your energy completely drops, okay? It's like you have no energy when you're around this person. You lose sleep, okay? That's another sign that you might be under the evil eye. Another symptom is lack of sleep. You can't sleep, or your mind is worrying. Now, the evil eye can be cast on a person, and it can be cast on an object. And when I say an object, I'm saying, let's pretend right here I have my bracelets, or car, better yet a car, an automobile. And then you have a neighbor that says, oh, look at your car, you know, oh, I love your car. Not intentionally, they can be. I'm not saying they're always doing that, but they can intentionally be giving your car the evil eye or your object. And then like a week later, it could crash. You can have a car accident. So those are symptoms that we look for when someone might be casting the evil eye. Another form of the evil eye is when you have someone that comes to your house and they see something in your house and they're, oh my God, I love that statue. It's so gorgeous. Where did you get it? I wish I had one, blah, blah, blah. You know, not intentionally, the person can be casting the evil eye. This happened to me when I was younger. I used to have a lot of hair when I was younger. And I remember it was reddish, brownish color. It was weirdest color. But I remember people used to touch my hair all the time. And they would be like, oh, wow, I wish I had, oh, look at this beautiful hair. And this used to drive my mother crazy. It used to drive my mother insane. And not knowing that I was receiving the Mal de Ojos, that I literally, after time, I started losing all my hair, and now I just completely shave it bald. But people were casting el evil eye or el Mal de Ojo on my hair. Also, why am I talking about the evil eye? I've done various videos on the evil eyes. I'm going to leave the links down below. Please go check them out. Why am I talking about the evil eye? It's spring, or it's actually summer now, here in Massachusetts, or all around the world, I'm assuming. But anyways, I have a neighbor, literally a neighbor, and I've talked to a lot of people about this woman. She is tan envidiosa. Envidiosa means she's very envious. We all have our own land, and we have, you know, our own gardens and all this. This woman has pretty much the same plants that I do. She has like a rose bush, and I have a rose bush. This woman literally comes, oh, I love your roses. They're so beautiful. I wish my roses grew like yours. And I swear to you, whenever she does that, my roses literally fall and die. My neighbor, she has an Hortensia. And I don't know the name of the Hortensia plant, which is a very protective plant against the evil eye. She has the Hortensia plant and a pine tree growing in her yard. And this woman tries to grow hortensias, and she can't. So every day, at least 2 times a week, she passes by my neighbor's house, and she's like, I wish my hortensias would grow like yours. I can't, you know, I can't grow the hortensias, and they don't seem to grow. So this woman, I don't know if she's intentionally, it's from envy. She's very envious, and just by saying what she's saying and looking, she's casting the evil eyes. There have been times when I've come out, open the door, and she's literally like touching my plants, to the point where I really got offended. She's Colombian and has nothing to do with the story, but in Puerto Rico, for the Puerto Rican people, we do not touch other people's plants, okay? So it had gotten to the point where I said to the lady, listen, honey, I don't mind that you like the plants and all that, but please don't touch my property, or please don't come into my yard. I don't like it. It makes me feel uncomfortable. I know I offended her, but I had to tell her in a way that is like, listen, this is not cool, because every time this woman would come, she would literally look at one of my plants and comment on the plant, and the next day the plant would, the flowers would die, they would wither. My neighbor, Mama Chavela, had received a plant from her son on Mother's Day, and so Mama Chavela placed the plant outside to change it in a pot. And of course, who comes along but this envidiosa, this envious woman. And she's like, oh, I love that plant. Can you give me some? And Mama Chavela's like, listen, honey, I would, but this plant my son gave to me. So of course the lady left. Do you believe that the following day, Mama Chavela was bringing the plant after Mother's Day outside, give some sunlight, and she was going to pot it into another pot. The following day, the plant completely, it's dry. This really upset Chavela. So yes, people can throw the evil eye intentionally or not intentionally. So how does the evil eye work? The evil eye is the emotion, comes from the emotion of envy. La envidia, okay? And it's an energy that we have to visualize, beams of light coming, fiery beams of light coming from the eye. Okay, so usually it is something that we see that we might envy, that someone might have, or that maybe we wish we were like them. So usually it starts with the eye, and then it is followed by either a thought or a word. In Puerto Rico, we say, bendito es el mano de jódete. Blessed be is the twin brother of, I don't know how to say it in English. Blessed be is the twin brother of F you. Okay, literally. Okay, I didn't want to swear in my channel. So usually it starts with looking at something and feeling that envy that this person might have something, or that you wish that you had what this person has, and then it's followed by a thought, which often is directed with a word. When I say bendito es el mano de jódete, you can say, oh wow, how beautiful that is, it's so gorgeous, but in your mind you can be thinking, I wish I had that. Why does she have that and I don't have that? So that is how el mal de ojo works. And then also by touching it, you're placing your energy from your touch, or you're pointing at it. So you're emphasizing that energy of el evil eye. So when I said in the beginning of the video, no hay peor brujería que los malos ojos y la mala lengua. There's no worse witchcraft than the evil eye and the wagging tongue. This is what I meant by that. So who is accessible to the transmission or receiving of the evil eye? Well, in Hispanic cultures, or in all over the world, we believe that plants are often the first things that warn us of that there's the evil eye. And that's why we have a lot of plants. And often you will see la ruda, the ruda plant, and I'll show a picture of the ruda plant, is a plant that is very protective to ward off from the evil eye, but it's a plant that quickly dies when someone gives it the evil eye. Then we're going to go from plants, we're going to go to animals. If you have a pet, if you have a fish or something that someone might envy that you have, they're quickly accessible to receive el mal de ojo. Followed by babies and little children, okay? They're also, it's going down the, going up the ladder. The younger the child, the easier, the more accessible they are to receiving the energy of the evil eye, which goes into adolescence, teenagers, and then adult. Both men and women can receive el mal de ojo. So who is accessible? Who can obtain the evil eye? I said, I went down the list. Also, do you have to be present to be present in presence of the person who's giving you the evil eye to receive that energy? No, you don't. Let me give you an example. If you watch my videos, there's this gentleman, my spirits are telling me he's a gentleman, that the video can be 30 minutes long, and the moment that I place that video out, he hits dislike. So that's a form of that he might be jealous or envious for whatever reasons. I don't think I've ever met this person, that he just doesn't even watch the video, but he hits dislike. That's a form of the evil eye. Do you have to be present in front of the person to receive the evil eye? No, you don't. I knew a YouTuber had a great channel, and it was on spirituality. And he and I were friends on Facebook as well. And I realized that there was another gentleman, another spiritual person, who would constantly, I guess, throw shade and place comments on this person, and not intentionally. I don't know if the person realized it, but he was saying things with his mouth that were causing an effect on this person. And so this person literally stopped his channel and hasn't been heard from ever since. So do you have to be in the presence of the person to receive the mal de ojo or the evil eye? No, you don't. I know that me placing myself out there and doing a video or placing my pictures on social media, that people will look at that and they will cast that energy they will transmit that energy of the evil eye, and they will say, you know, I don't like him for whatever reasons. They've never met me, but they will say that. And so what they are transmitting is the negative energy of el mal de ojo. I have had people who come up to me and said, you know, this person so-and-so doesn't like you. I've never met this person. There's no reason why this person doesn't like me, but they do for whatever reason. So I know that having a YouTube channel or having a social media, that I also have to protect myself, not just myself, but everyone, whether you are a spiritual person or not a spiritual person. You know, if you're placing yourself out there, you are accessible to the energies of the evil eye. Oftentimes you will see negative comments. I ignore them because I know who I am. But that's a form of, remember I said the evil eye starts with the eyes, and then it's transmitted from the eyes and then from the spoken word. So oftentimes people will leave a negative comment. I'm very strong, so when I read those negative comments, I just delete them. Unless you're in my face, it's different. But I delete them. I don't pay any attention, but I do cleanse and purify on a daily basis, because I know that me placing myself out there as I do on social media and on YouTube channels, that I am one who's accessible to el mal de ojo, the evil eye. So how does one determine if they have el mal de ojo, the evil eye? This malicious glance is everywhere. Everywhere we go, it is everywhere. And believe it or not, it is a form of psychic attack. Is the easiest form of psychic attack that a lot of people, whether they realize it or not, in many forms or many times of their life have experienced. So first of all, we have to determine how that person received the evil eye. And then there's two things that should be done. The person should be cleansed. And then after the person is cleansed, we try to give, or the person should have a charm or a talisman to protect them and defend them from the evil eye. There's also prayers. I want to make the video shorter than what it is, so I'm going to put the prayers here so you can read them. You can use these prayers if you want, or you can use any prayer from your tradition or your culture that you choose, but prayer, you know. And when we give a talisman, the person should pray over the talisman. Now, everything that I've talked about, that I'm going to talk about now, I have deeper videos on. I'm going to leave all those links down below. Go check them out, okay? Because I'm just going to go run through each one really quickly with items that pretty much you can find within the home to protect you and guard you from the evil eye and to cleanse yourself from the evil eye. So go check out, I'm just going to go really quickly through these items, but in the description, go check out all those videos on it, because each one will help you to defend you from el mal de ojo. So one form of cleansing that I spoke about when it comes to el mal de ojo is the egg, okay? I did a video on it, so you will see a lot of curanderos, espiritistas, santiguadores, brujos, brujas. They will use the white egg, usually it's often a white egg, to cleanse a person. The egg will absorb any negative vibration from the person. So usually you will see the person pass the egg through the aura of the person, not physically touching the body, but through the aura of the person to pick up that evil eye, that mal de ojo. Okay, after that is done, the egg is taken out and thrown, broken, so that that evil eye is removed from the person and away from the person. Now, before I go into cleansings and purifying and all that, I want you to understand, how does the el mal de ojo and the wagging, la envidia, the evil eye, the envy, enters into what we call the physical body, la materia. Okay, this is la materia. This is the physical body. This is something that we can touch. We have to believe, you can call it any name that you want, but we have to believe in the auras, or puntos de energías, energy points that reside around the body. Okay, and many cultures believe them in different names. In Ifa, we know of the Ori. Okay, so I just want to emphasize that, but you have to have an understanding of the 7 layers of the body and how the evil eye enters into la materia, into the physical body. So I'm just going to give it into, and I'm not going to go too deep into the 7 auras of the body. It's something that you should study to make the video shorter. But after the physical body, we have the etheric layer. The etheric layer is known as the subtle body or the astral body, and that is usually 2 inches away from the physical body. After the etheric or the astral body, we have the emotional layer, okay, or the emotional body. Then we have the mental layer, okay, the astral body layer, which is the bridge. Then you have the etheric template, the celestial, and then the catheric, okay? So where does the evil eye enter into our physical body? So the evil eye, as a form of psychic attack or psychic energy, often enters into the physical body, la materia, in the 4th aura, the 4th layer of the aura, which is the astral bridge, which connects the physical body with the spiritual body, okay? With the higher self. So it enters into the 4th layer, trickling down into the 3rd layer of the aura, which is the mental. Once it reaches the mental, you start thinking negative. You start feeling the negative effects. You're constantly thinking negative. Then it reaches the 3rd layer, I'm sorry, the 2nd layer of the body, which is the emotional. Once it reaches the emotional, you become drained, you become tired, you become exhausted, you have no motivation, you don't want to get out of bed. So that's when it reaches the emotional layer of the body. And after that, it goes into the etheric layer, which hits the physical body. Once it hits the physical body is when we start feeling the physical effects of the sickness. You feel your stomach, maybe you might feel cramps, your heart starts racing, you're constantly feeling headaches and all that. So this is how that evil eye as a psychic energy or a psychic attack enters into our body. So as you saw, I was cleansing with an egg, okay? Now, in order to cleanse with an egg, an educated or a well understanding curandero, espiritista, or brujo, whenever they're cleansing with an egg, they are touching the 2nd layer of the aura, okay? Okay, to cleanse the person. But they're also feeling, sometimes you'll see them that they lay the hands on the person, and what they're doing is they're feeling for what we call in Spanish puntos or vortex of energies, puntos de energías that reside within the body. In some cultures they call these the chakras, okay? So you will see a healer laying the hands and feeling for the energy. Now what they're trying to feel for is usually I'm not going to go too deep into the chakras. That's something that you should study also, because the video is on the evil eye and it can get very deep. But what we're trying to feel is for either hot or cold energy, okay? Hot means that there's an energy stuck there, while cold means that the energy is the energy from the person's body is flowing too quickly. What you want to feel is like a room temperature energy, okay? So you don't want to feel hot. When you feel hot, think about the battery on a phone or something that is getting overheated. That means that energy is stuck there. When it's too cold, when it's throwing that energy of too cold, that means that the energy is escaping the person. You want to make sure that when you're cleansing a person that you feel that it is pretty much room temperature, neither hot nor cold, okay? And once we do that, we know where in that area of the body that person needs spiritual cleansing. So I just wanted to add that to the video. I'm sorry about it. I didn't want to make this as long. The evil eye is a long topic in itself, but I just wanted to add that as well. Now, I tell people all the time, okay, that just the way every day we have to physically wash the body, because the body every day it absorbs physical dirt, debris, dead skin cells. And every day we should shower, we should bathe our body, and every day, every morning you should wash your teeth because there are germs in your mouth. Just like you do that every day, especially if you practice spirituality or spiritualism in any form or any form of spiritual thing, you should also spiritually cleanse, because every day we are absorbing negative energy. Now, I've talked about all these in my videos in a longer depth. Please go check them out. So every day, first thing that we use in Espiritismo or in a lot of the Hispanic cultures, we use agua florida. It is something that is, you will see in Mesa Blanca, in Espiritismo, before we do seances, before we do a Mesa Blanca, we contact the world of spirit. We want to make sure we're physically cleaned and spiritually cleaned. So what we do is we cleanse, you know, and just we just literally cleanse and remove all that negative energy from the body. So I have done videos on that. Please go check it out. It is so important to use agua florida. I've also talked about bay rum. This is something that's very popular in Hispanic cultures against the evil eye, bay rum. And it has this malagueta. Malagueta is like an allspice sense to it. It has, mine has herbs. So again, every day before clients or after clients or whenever I feel negative, I cleanse myself and I remove all that negative energy from myself. I want to make sure that I am completely pure. Another thing that I want to show you that's really popular, especially these are really harsh on the skin because they have a lot of alcohol. Children, remember I said that children are easy to absorb the evil eye. One of the greatest spiritual fragrances, if you live in a community where there's a lot of Cuban people, I would recommend violet water, agua de violeta. This is a perfume that we use to protect our children from the evil eye. It is soft on the skin, so you can use it on children. You will see a lot of Cuban women cleansing their children's heads with this and to perfume their body. But it comes in a bottle like so, okay? This is royal violets, okay? It smells very good, and you will see, smelling everything, but you will see that they take some of the royal violets or agua de violeta, which is right there, and again they cleanse their babies because it's good for the skin, it's soft for the skin, and you can also cleanse yourself with that agua de violeta, which is often used in a lot in Hispanic cultures. And you can pick this up if you live in a Cuban neighborhood or where there's a lot of Hispanics in a lot of the pharmacies. That's something that you can pick up. Check that out. And it's really softer on the skin than Florida water, even though I use Florida water, agua de Florida, the most when it comes to cleansing. Another item that we use for cleansing in Hispanic cultures is this item right here. I'm sure you've seen it. This is known as cascarilla. Cascarilla. It is not cascarilla. Cascarilla. Cascarilla is made from the white of an egg shell and holy water, and it is blessed and consecrated with prayers and forms of ceremony. I noticed there's a lot of people on Etsy selling cascarilla. I do not purchase cascarilla from those. I pick up cascarilla from a reputable location or someone that I know that make them. You will know when cascarilla is pure when you can take your finger and literally you just touch it and it comes off. So a lot of cascarilla you can do to make crosses over your body, okay, to help defend you. You can put cascarilla on the soles of your feet. If you have pictures of loved ones that you love, you can draw a cross on cascarilla. If you purchase a new car, brand new pair of shoes, you feel someone's might envy it, you can, on the sole of the new shoe, you can place a cross with la cascarilla. This will help you, protect you, and it will also help you protect you whenever you're walking. So I use a lot of cascarilla for cleansing from el mal de ojo. When someone is suffering the evil eye, I also like to prescribe spiritual baths, and I do take spiritual baths. I just talked about that earlier. So some herbs that I love to use for spiritual baths against the evil eye. First of all, la ruda, the root plant. You will see a lot of Hispanic people, they grow la ruda outside of the house to protect from the evil eye. La ruda will absorb evil eye. So you can make a tea with this, okay? And you strain the herb and you can wash and cleanse yourself with ruda. Another bath that you can use, and there are many, okay? These are not the only ones, but you can use yerba mate. Mate, tea, is excellent at cleansing, to remove the evil eye. Here I have some mate right here. The same thing, I simmer or boil water, and then when the water is boiling, I add my herbs, let it get the infusion or the mixture. Then I strain it, let it cool down. If you want, I know people who add beer to their herbal bath. Beer is used, cerveza, drinking beer is used to help remove the evil eye. Some people add their favorite spiritual colognes. You could add agua florida. You could add cascarilla, which is what I spoke about earlier. These baths will help you to remove the evil eye, okay? And what I do is I soak and I cleanse myself from that evil eye. You can add salt. Sea salt, any form of sea salt, or even table salt, cooking salt with iodine is really good for the evil eye. So what you do is, if you feel the evil eye, you take some of this and mix it into water and cleanse your physical body with it, okay? Another thing that you will see that we use in Hispanic cultures is el anil. Indigo, okay? And what we do is we soak this, we mash it up and we soak it into water, make this blue water. And what we do is with that, we take a bath with that and we cleanse the aura with that. Again, you can add Florida water to that. You can add these herbs that I just mentioned to that. You could add agua florida. You could add the bay rum if you want to. You can add cascarilla if you want to. So we use that as well. Camphor. Camphor I use a lot to absorb el mal de ojo y la mala lengua. And what I do is, be careful with pets, is I place it in each corner of the house and I let that absorb it. Or I take some camphor and I pass it through the body, and then what I do is I burn it. And when I burn it, and I did a video on that, I'll leave the link below. When I burn it, that's burning away the evil eye that you might have absorbed. So you can use also camphor, and I've done videos on that. If you can't find anil, before I go any further, go to your laundry where they sell all your laundry and check for Mrs. Stewart's bluing, okay? Mix a cap full of this with water. It could be holy water. Again, you could add holy water. You could add Florida water. You could add your ruda. You could add your mate tea. You could add a can of beer. And with that, when you strain all the herbs and all that, you could add cascarilla. Cleanse yourself. Okay, and also use prayers. I'm going to again put the prayers on the screen that you can use. You can use this prayer, or you can use any prayer that you choose to do for cleansing. Also, you can use this liquid to cleanse around the house, to sprinkle on, let's say, your car or your property, or anything that you feel that someone might have given el mal de ojo. Sahumerios. Sahumerios is the Spanish word for smudging or burning an incense to cleanse and to remove the evil eye. And when I'm cleansing to remove the evil eye, I don't use necessarily an incense stick that I buy in a store. You can use sage. A lot of people use sage to remove negative vibrations, but there are other herbs that you can use. Some people use Palo Santo, that's fine. But there's some stuff that you can find in your kitchen in your cupboard to make a Sahumerio to cleanse the house from the evil eye, and not just the house, but your property, your body, the physical body, and the aura. So star anise, anise estrellado, perfect for cleansing and removing the evil eye. What I do is in a mortar and pestle, I mash them up and I put them in a charcoal and I burn them and I cleanse the body. Bay leaves, okay? Bay leaves are perfect for removing tension, anxiety, okay? So mix this, just one bay leaf with a few star anise. You could add allspice, la malagueta. Allspice is also great in a Sahumerio for removing and cleansing from the evil eye, and clavos, cloves, okay? Mix all these up, mash them up into a mortar and pestle until you get this powder. Put in a charcoal and pass this through your aura, through your body, to cleanse and remove the evil eye. Another thing that I always tell people, and sadly to say I don't have a garlic with me at this moment, but save garlic, save your garlic, the skin, and your onion skin, this right here. This is great, okay? You burn this on charcoal. This is great for purifying and removing negativity, psychic attack, psychic energy, and the evil eye. Once I burn these herbs or these resins or these roots, then I want to attract positive vibrations. So then I use a sweeter incense, maybe like sandalwood or frankincense. But first I want to clear the energy. I want to remove all that energy from my house. And then after I remove it, then I use the sweeter resins to attract positive vibrations. So remember, first remove, okay, which is what you're going to do with the star anise or the garlic skin or the onion skin to remove, and then you want to attract positive vibrations. And that's when you use your frankincense, you use your copal, you use your sandalwoods. Okay, so that in Spanish we call un sahumerio. Also, I like to cleanse the house from the evil eye, okay? So I like to make a floor wash. You can use the herbs that I've mentioned in a floor wash. You strain them, you make a tea, and I would add turpentine, terpentina. This is made out of pine oil, very protective. It removes negative vibrations and the evil eye. Another thing that I've mentioned in many of my videos is the spiritual uses of la bomba santera or la bomba, which is tar water. If you can't get tar water, try to get creolina. Okay, I've mentioned creolina, and what I do is I add a capful of this, a capful of my terpentina with my herbs that I've strained, and I make a floor wash. And what I do is I wash the floors, and I take a rag and I cleanse the windows, or I may sprinkle this on my property or on things that I own, such as a car or something that I feel someone might have given the evil eye. So again, turpentine and creolina, okay? You can pick these up in Hispanic markets, and I've talked about that in previous of my videos. Now I want to talk about mudras. Mudras are hand gestures that we use against Mal de Ojos and the wagging tongue. And they come from ancient Hinduism religions that were brought to other parts of the world, okay? So there are many popular mudras, okay, or hand gestures to protect you from the evil eye. And when someone is throwing or talking to me and I feel that they are throwing the evil eye, I will do one of these hand gestures and place it beside me so they cannot see, okay? So the most popular one in Hispanic cultures, and I'm going to show you, is you take your palm like this, and there's amulets like this. Una mano de azabache, and I'm going to show you that. But what you do is you put your thumb in between your pointer and your middle finger, okay? And that is a protection against the evil eye, okay? Another one is, and that shields your body from the evil eye. Another one that we know is el cuerno, okay? El cuerno, okay, you can see that. It is the pointer, the pinky, and then you have your thumb, okay? You can do it like this, or you could do it like that, okay? There's actual talismans and charms that use this hand mudra for protection from the evil eye. There's another one that is like this, okay, which, let me make sure you see my hand, is another form of protection from the evil eye. Whenever you feel a headache coming on from you absorbing the evil eye, you will take your pinky and your thumb and then your middle finger, okay, like so, and you will pray, okay, any prayer. You'll put the prayer right there. Okay, that's just going to shield you for a second until you are able to cleanse and wash yourself. Those are certain mudras that you see have been incorporated into all over the parts of the world. And in fact, charms, which is what I'm going to talk about lastly, you will see a lot of the hand mudras used within protection from the evil eye. I want to say that you'll often see images of Jesus doing this, okay, this symbol. I don't know if you can see that. That is another symbol of the protection of the evil eye. I think it's more like this. Another thing that I'm going to get people commenting on, so let me address that real quick, is that a lot of people will say, well, isn't that the symbol of Satanism or the devil? Actually, this mudra was adapted from ancient Hinduism, from the horn god of the forest and animals, Pashupati, okay? I think that's what his name is, Pashupati. It was adapted into Greek and Roman, where you get this symbol to represent the symbol of Pan and Faunus, okay? And in Celtic mythology, or in Celtic spirituality, the horn god of the forest, Kernunos, okay, which we get the word cuernos, horn. Now, all these symbols represent is they are the spirit or the angel or the deity of the forest, so it grounds us from the evil eye. So yes, Satanists have adapted that to represent Satan in their, or Lucifer in their forms of tradition, but it is not only a satanic symbol, it is a symbol for protection that you can add to that. And you will see el cuernudo used as a charm, usually made by coral, red coral, okay, used to protect from the evil eye, which is what I'm going to go to now to end the video. Okay, so now let's try ending the video. Charms. Charms are a popular way to protect from Mal de Ojos and la mala lengua, wagging tongues. You will see a lot of people use red string, okay, that is blessed and consecrated, and usually it's tied to the left wrist. This is a form of protection from the evil eye. You will see people make rosaries with this, or knot it and then tie it to the left wrist to protect from the evil eye. I was mentioning Kernunos, the horn god, and that was adapted into a lot of Greek and Roman spirituality. So you will see a lot of this pepper used to protect against the evil eye. And there's actually charms made with these hot peppers made out of coral to protect from the evil eye. I see a lot of people tie these up, and I'm going to show you. I tie these up with red string, okay? You can see right there. Let me see if I can have something to show you better. Give me a second. Okay, so this, hopefully you can see it. Okay, so usually we tie this in numbers 3, 7, and 13. A lot of people think is 13 an unlucky number. When it comes to spirituality, 13 is actually a very lucky number. There are 13 moons to a year. There was 13 12 disciples, and Jesus making it 13. So 13 is a very lucky number for us. So this is usually tied into 3s, 7, 3, 7, and 13. This is one with 3, okay? And you can see that what I did is I took my hot pepper and I tied it right there with the red string. This is a quick charm that will protect you, and what happens is as the pepper falls, it is absorbing some form of negative magic or negative evil eye. So you can use this, you can hang this in your garden, on your door, And as they fall, that means that it's absorbing the evil eye. If it dries out, they don't fall. Perfect. Don't worry, let it dry, okay? So often you will see these, which symbolize cuernos, horns, okay? Which again goes back to Pashupati, the horn god of the forest and the element of earth, which is grounding, and animals. So it is a very a vegetable, I guess, that you can use for protection. Okay, these pikas right here, red string. Yes, you'll notice that red is used a lot for protection. Bells, I use a lot of bells outside my door, and what I do is I tie a red ribbon and I bind it with 7 knots. Okay, you can put 3, 7, or 13 knots. That is fine. There's various different kinds of bells that you can use, okay, around your house for protection from the evil eye. There's just, these are from, I don't know if these are Chinese, but the cat, which is a symbol of luck and protection, okay. I don't know if you guys can see that. You guys probably can pick this up at any Asian market. Hang this by your door to protect you from the evil eye, from el mal de ojo. So these are charms that you can use. I have seen people also wearing coral. Coral, again, I'm going to get this. Coral is used as an amulet against the evil eye, against the mal de ojo. And you will see manos de azabache made with this. Or with jetstone. Jetstone is another stone that we use to protect against the evil eye. So now I'm going to show you some popular Hispanic talismans that we use. Oh, before I do go further, the Greek talisman that everyone is using, and it comes in bracelets and all that, is the blue eye. Okay, I like to tie it in a blue ribbon or blue string. Hang this by the door. This will absorb the negative, el mal de ojo, the negative eye from the person. So you can hang this by your house, in front of your house, okay, just to protect you from the evil eye. So lastly, I want to talk about is charms, popular charms, folk charms that we use in against mal de ojo y mala lengua. Okay, one of the most popular charms that you will see in the Hispanic culture is la mano de azabache. Actually, this is given to babies to protect an infant from the evil eye. And it's placed on the left wrist of the baby, the newborn. Whenever the mano de azabache falls, it is believed that it has absorbed el mal de ojo, the negative evil eye. So usually the mano de azabache, or the mano de azabache, is cleansed with Florida water, holy water, or maybe a little bit of that agua de violeta that I spoke of earlier. So you will see usually this come in jetstone, which is right there, okay? And it will also come in coral, like so. You will see la mano de azabache in coral. And I've even seen other people, just plastic mano de azabache hands, so that you can see them. Sorry. Okay, but to me, the best one would be the coral or the jet. Okay, even though these do also work. These are the first charms that we give to babies. If you saw that I was talking about that blue eye that was adapted to our cultures from the Greek, you will also see the eye come in a red. Notice one thing, that very protective against evil eye are certain colors such as red, black, and blue. Green is often associated with envy, and it is also associated with grounding. But when it comes to protection from the evil eye, usually the colors that we use for protection would be red, black, and blue. Okay, I showed you this one. And I was talking about lo cuernudo, which is these. which is the hot peppers. You will see these also come in charms like this, okay? This one is made of a coral, okay? And you could probably pick these up at any Asian market or Greek market, okay? And then sometimes you will see jets, they can be made out of, or you'll see jet, you'll see gold, sorry, but right here, this is made out of coral, okay? And you will also see jade stone is also very protective against el mal de ojo. Some people don't feel comfortable wearing these. Some people do wear them on as a necklace. Some people wear them on the wrist. And I've seen other people place them in red flannel bags. They are blessed and consecrated. So usually like a jet stone or a mano de azabache is placed within a bag and is carried within the wallet just to protect from el mal de ojo, or the evil eye. So there are certain things that you can do, but the most thing to do is to believe that there are negative energies out there that do affect us on a daily basis. I know some arrogant spiritual people that say, I don't believe in that. Very arrogant people. Cleanse and purify, okay? There's a Spanish saying, soldado avisado no muere en guerra. A well-advised soldier will rarely die in times of war. Another thing, during the first year of your child's birth, in between the mattress, okay, place red cloth between the mattress to protect the child from the evil eye as well. And if you've seen, I've spoken about cleansing. Excuse me 1 second. Of course, all the way over there. I like to cleanse myself, usually with pañuelos. I've talked about pañuelos. Usually they are silk, okay? And so what I do is, if I feel negative vibration or that I picked up an evil eye, mal de ojo, is I sprinkle a little bit onto the pañuelo and I cleanse and purify. Sometimes you might even touch things that have the evil eye, so you want to cleanse and remove that from yourself. I hope you enjoyed this video. It's really longer than what I expected, and I hope you learned something new. If there's different ways that you use or different things that you use against el mal de ojo y malas lengua, please leave your comments down below. Hopefully you enjoyed this video, and I appreciate that you guys are all here with me. Many blessings on this summer. I love you for free. Lo quiero de free. Mwah, 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 mwah. Todo el mundo. Oh, before I end the video, a while back I did a video. You notice that I wear a lot of charms. I wear a lot of silver. Okay, silver is a way that I protect from the evil eye, and silver will tarnish. That is a way that I know that there's a lot of it absorbed a lot of negative energy or positive ions from where I'm at. I remember not that long ago that I was wearing my jewelry, this ring right here that I love so much. It's very protective, and I was wearing this, and I was realizing that I was feeling so tired and so weak and so exhausted. I even recorded a video, and I'll leave it down below. And then I didn't know why, and then all of a sudden I looked at my ring, and my ring was completely I'm not trying to give you the middle finger, but was completely dark, and my talisman that I used for protection was completely dark. It absorbed a lot. So what I did is I cleansed it. I literally purified it, and I could smell the sulfuric energies, that energy coming out of it. And so I purified them, I cleansed them, and then I placed them back on. You got to understand that when you wear these items, or when you wear these talismans, that they have to be constantly cleansed and purified. You can use olive oil to recharge them. Okay, I don't use any sort of special oils. I just use regular virgin olive oil to recharge them. If a mano de azabache falls off the baby, which it will do when it's absorbing el mal de ojo. I bless it with holy water, and then I might put a little bit of olive oil to bless it, virgin olive oil to bless it, and then I place it back into the baby. So these are ways that you can protect from el mal de ojo y la mala lengua. I hope you enjoyed this video. I know it's longer than what I expected. I'm so sorry. Lo quiero mucho. Now I'm definitely going to say lo quiero mucho. Ciao, ciao, ciao. And until next time, this is Sancista Brujo Luis. Ciao, 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 ciao.